We're live. Are we live? All right. This is funny, man. So, what's up, people? I think I haven't been on YouTube. I haven't uploaded anything in over a year. I think the last video I uploaded was my ayahuasca trip report. And, the crazy thing is, I've been collecting content of my travels and how pretty crazy life's been the last 2.5 years. That's pretty much when I think about 2.5 years ago is when my travel series and where I've been kind of stopped. And I've been recording content. I just haven't finished it. I was trying to figure out a medium. Should it be like a long form, kind of 20-minute, 30-minute show series? Should I talk about my emotions? Should I talk about my drugs? Should I talk about what the fuck should I talk about? And I just kind of got lost. And then I decided I need to start making money. So I started working on some businesses and all the time I'm like, man, the YouTube channel, it was so much fun with the travels, with the weed, with the handful of you I've connected with and chatted with, and I've been wanting to go back to it. So then recently I had a friend in my hometown. We're going to start some kind of yoga studio business thing because I just had a baby and I'm going to move back with my parents' house, but more on that in a minute. And then this whole nonsense started with this global catastrophe that I don't even think is actually a catastrophe, but that's another story that I'll probably get censored on YouTube if I talk too much about that perspective. But anyway, we decided we're going to do a live stream talk thing about life and dealing with shit when you don't know how to deal with it on your own, or you don't have good friends to talk to, or you're not sure the sources, and Joe Rogan's not quite doing for you because it's not quite personal enough. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to do that later today. And I'm like, this feels weird. I haven't talked to my YouTube people in over a year. So then here's my buddy Dave. We were just doing this chat. And we were talking about Wim Hof, the Iceman, and the breath of fire that they call Wim Hof breathing, which, by the way, he did not make up on his own. He has I think his son is the marketing technique, the marketing man. It's an ancient yoga breath. And even Yogi Bhajan, the dude that started Kundalini Yoga, he didn't even make that up. But in Kundalini Yoga throughout the the 70s, 80s, 90s, he started the Yogi Tea brand that you probably know, and many more. They made that breath famous, and so now Wim Hof has his own variation of it. But anyway, it's an ancient practice. And we were talking about that. And what did you say, Dave? That made me say we got to start live streaming.
Yeah, man. I would think that the world would want to see that, somebody talking about, especially the regular people, but somebody just talking about this stuff and how they do it in their everyday lives, and just the interesting part of it, right? This is uniqueness, man. You got something that nobody else has, and I thought that'd be really cool to project it onto everyday people, right? Somebody who's like, what the hell is this? but is interested in it, right? Because you know me, I think we all can do some stuff, but I need to hear it, right? I need to hear somebody already doing it, and somebody looking, like you, that's going to be able to say, hey, check this out. So I basically told you, I'm like, you should put this stuff online, man. And you were like, I have, and I have this thing. I haven't done it in a while. And then it was just like,
done it.
Boom. Yeah.
What's up, Mr. Booyah? Yeah, thanks for the congrats. It's been a big life change to have a baby. I don't know if I'd call it a pandemic. I don't know if I'd call it a psyop. I'm not as big
I
of
like
a
that. Pandemic. I like that.
Oh, I didn't make that up. That's just there's the YouTube comments. People are commenting. Or Mr. Booyah is commenting. I wouldn't call it a psyop. I wouldn't even call it a conspiracy. I do think there's a lot of merit, and I do think it's a serious thing. I just don't think it's as big of a catastrophe as they're making it. And the more I look into the numbers, the actual numbers, and how the media twists its reporting, and even fucking Reddit fucking puts these fear-mongering comments first when you have it sorted by best. Dude. And then I just sort by top, and suddenly I see the real shit. People going here, look to all these studies about how they're misrepresenting the statistics of this coronavirus. And so I for 100%, I do think it's an actual thing. I don't know where it came about. I don't really care. That's another part of this conversation. I spent a few weeks tripping out about like the state of the world and what's going to happen and this tyranny and I can't leave the house and whatever. But yeah, it's just I just don't think. And I'll give you an anecdote, an example. I'm fucking trapped in Argentina. I'm actually. We travel with the Rossi crew, dude. So what was your name? Is it Jake? No, it's not Jake. Was it Jake? Yeah. Remember my dad's dick poem. I don't remember that, but I do remember that road trip with the Rossi crew. Dude, I can put on a YouTube video on this live stream. I got to do that. We can live through the old memories of my YouTube channel. There's some sweet videos on here, Dave. But just to finish what I was saying, I'm fucking locked in Argentina. Not only do you get fined if you leave the house, right? Like we went to an Easter asado barbecue yesterday, and we had to take all these side streets because all the main streets have checkpoints. And if you don't have a certificate or if you don't have a valid thing to say, they give you a fine. So, like the day the baby was born. I mean, people are saying, "Oh, this is tyranny," blah blah blah, in the States. When meanwhile, like, dude, I'm here in a pretty socialist country, and like, we can't even fucking go outside. We can't even go buy peanut butter because the place that sells it is too far out of the way. But I mean, that said, credit where credit's due. There's hardly any cases here, and I think they're still misrepresenting the statistics, and there's still hardly any cases here. But yeah, like I said, I can't leave the house. I can't leave the country. There might not be flights in or out, like standard commercial flights until September.
This is unreal. Like I told you, I told you what I think. I think it's a real thing that's blown out of proportion. That's never going to change for me. But I think you're right. I think it's the powers that be are taking advantage of the fear, and they're trying to see how far they can take.
And that's a tale as old as time.
Yeah, man. They used a real thing and said, all right, well, this happened. What can we do with it to make us better? You know? Unreal.
Yeah,
man.
But it's like, what can we do? We're just the fucking peasants, man. Like, what can we really do?
Unless you're 1%, man, you're gonna just fall in line, baby. Fall in line until it's over.
Yo, Jake, we're gonna fucking play a Rossi video right now, and I'm gonna play it, and I have to walk away because even though I want to fucking watch it. But St. Louis YOLO Lifestyle featuring the Rossi Gang. Are you ready to watch this, Dave?
I don't know what it is, man. So I'm all about it. Let's go.
The history books of the J Herbs channel.
I'm reading about Jesus and India right now.
Yeah, he's got a weekly GoPro show.
And now we're going to fucking
What's it called?
all over perception travel.
Car sickness for you, Rob. Oh, that's fine, Tony. No smoking inside the actual studio, but you can smoke outside. That's just you can smoke weed in there all you want. It's not cigarettes. There's no noise constraints whatsoever. Prohibition hit. Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch kept making water. They were bottling water, and that's how they sustained their business until Prohibition. And this guy just fucking shut his shit down and left it there, basically.
Shades on. We in Memphis.
According to actually tuned to 441, are you comfortable playing an audio?
Yo, so does everyone say fucking YOLOing and shit in Vancouver?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yo, YOLO's fucking huge, man. The thing about YOLO is that it goes both ways, right? Like,
Fucking like
do dumb shit and be careless because YOLO.
stupid people
Or
say it,
you
but
could say it
it's
the
true.
other way, where it's like, be really careful and try to fucking be like try to make smart decisions because YOLO, you know? So really it's open to interpretation. So when you say YOLO, you're just saying you should probably know what to do, you know?
Got $1 in my wallet, weighing down my pocket, hunger in my stomach, and no better way to stop it.
Then the most economical, phenomenal snack.
In the blind out of what's going on in the back.
Let me hear you holler. Let me hear you holler twice.
You know what the hype thing about a place like this is that you get deafer. You probably stop hearing the other rock bands, you know? And eventually you just only hear your own rock band, you know?
That was the OG.
That was hilarious.
I gotta play one more because Baby Mama needs a hot chocolate.
Much the same as they've been over in Kansas, except for Halloween. On that night, people would go to 18th and Vine to watch the parade of homosexuals. It was the only time they could wear dresses. Ryan chuckled. And they put it on that night. They got on their dresses and their falsies and their lipstick, and they had their hats and high heels, and they was strutted. That was such a good show, it became a family thing. It was the highlight of Halloween. Yo, where's like the hippest part of town? Like the coolest part of town? We want to play music on the street.
Down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, I'll lay down my sword ship. Down by the riverside, I ain't gonna want no more. I just got back from the dispensary, dude. I fucking spot pot illegally for the first time. Check it out, dude. First motherfucking time I called my mom, man. Cool. Yeah. Woo. Did you break the rules?
I guess so, man. I didn't know the rules. I thought that was fucking legal.
Man, a lot of people are coming out here and doing exactly what you're doing.
Canada, man. I didn't even know.
Don't show it. Don't smoke it in public.
All right, man.
How many people bitch about it?
Yeah, dude, you give me tickets
Come up and down the mall,
man.
all the visitors and tourists, and say,
What's wrong with marijuana at the mall? We can smell it everywhere.
But I mean, I've never like smoking weed illegally, like since I was 13. I've never. You can put it. You go like this.
Yeah.
Morning, officer.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna get you.
Can you give me like half of it back or something? I'll sign an affidavit saying I had weed if you give it back. There should be a sign coming in saying, yo, weed's legal, but like, be careful. Like, I thought I was gonna come into town like Cheech and Chong, man.
$135.
100?
But it's not Canadian bucks, so
it's more.
cheaper. No, it's more. Canadian's cheap with the. I thought we were It's kind of a joke.
No, I shouldn't have got so blatant with it.
Yeah, you were just.
Yo, well, that's why I was excited to come here, man. I thought it was cool, man. I thought it was like rolling some shoes, man.
Yo.
This might be the YOLOest episode of the GoPro show yet.
YOLO.
Oh yeah, dude, this might actually be the YOLO themed episode.
Dude, the fucking memories. The Rossi Gang. Shout out to the Rossi Gang. Am I doing the traditional family thing? Man, I don't know what the fuck traditional means anymore. I think things rapidly changed over the last couple of months. I would like to stop traveling as much as I have been. I've been wanting that anyway, regardless of friggin' having a baby. But yeah, we're gonna move back to my folks' house or something, and then I think, I don't know, I'm trapped in Argentina right now. I might not even leave Argentina. We might move to Italy, might buy some land in Hawaii. Just gonna see what happens. I'm trying to figure things out with these businesses, make some money, and see what happens. As far as traditional family life goes, I want to have I don't know if I want to have another kid. It was pretty traumatic having this kid. I never consider myself monogamous, but I'm just super content right now. So, I mean, it's funny because in that one of that first video, one of my OkCupid dates in St. Louis, I saw in the back there, and she was cool. I really got along, and I really liked that lifestyle. Just kind of brief and rolling through, having some serious connections over a night or a week or whatever. It just got to a point where I wanted someone to share life with. And while I do love those brief and fleeting connections, it also got to a point where I couldn't have sex with them anymore. I couldn't have sex unless I was like super there with my heart. And I know that sounds super cliche, but I'm 32 years old now, and something just happens. I don't know. And I super, found love and companionship with this Argentinian lady here. And next thing we know, we're having a baby. So that's what's going on with me. I got to play another video because I got to run upstairs and bring. Okay, this is the last video with them, with the Rossi Gang. So this will be the Rossi Gang friggin' flashback. But this is 2014, Dave. And right. I really like this format of video. And I was trying to do it again and mimic it this last year. I was in Berlin, Vienna, London. But I don't know. There's something about making video in New Orleans where it's just like,
especially those guys that are doing jazz. I saw that. I mean, those guys probably.
Dude, and it gives me a built-in soundtrack. You know what I mean?
No doubt, no doubt.
I was living a cool life, and I don't know. We'll talk about this after this next video, but
I'm probably gonna hop after this next video. Just let you know, I have to
cool.
Here real quick.
I made you a slave to.
No, it's all good, man. I like this. This is dope.
All right, here's this final Rossi Gang video.
Like trumpet music, right? The trumpet can play some badass music, but if the skill behind the fingers can't do it, the trumpet can't make that music.
Right, but if the skill is there and there's no music to begin with, then you've got nothing. Because imagine the divine's inspiration is there. You're channeling it, you're with it, and you decide that you're going to play one quiet note forever. It sounds beautiful, right? Because you play it with so much purpose. And it doesn't take a lot of skill to play one quiet note. That's probably the easiest thing to do on a trumpet, right? One note. But if the purpose and inspiration is there, that note will sound beautiful.
Lord. Oh my God. What do you do? Oh my God.
So many people say you have to study your scales. I mean, that's a basic example, but you have to study your technique, right? And I have studied my technique to a level where I believe that if I have a good idea, I can execute it, but that I don't always have good ideas or good inspiration to execute it.
I don't know, man. She just told me to come here.
Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger. I know you got to go. There's actually one more video, but you can leave.
I got a piece for a minute.
I'll see you at fucking already an hour. We got this next.
See me an hour and 12 minutes, man.
I'll see you then. Ciao. Thanks for joining.
Later. My pleasure. See you guys.
Yeah. So, what was I gonna say? Life has changed a lot, and my content has obviously changed a lot. But I think at the core, what's there is living a life of travel is dope, and not knowing what's coming next is dope. And I think even though I might be trying to live a more traditional life, it's not happening as planned. We've had to have this baby all alone. We could have no one in the hospital with us because of this thing. No one can even come visit us because no one's allowed to leave the house. My mom came to visit to be here for the birth. They sent all the Americans home. They turned them right back around. They literally changed the rules overnight. So there's a bunch of people on this plane, and all the non-Argentinians had to turn right back around that morning. So yeah, in that sense, like, we've kind of kicked ass. It's been good for our relationship, and we've felt like empowered. Like, okay, we do. But you know, baby's a lot of work, man. They're like tripping out all the time. They don't even see me. They just see, like, he just sees like this blur, and you can tell more and more his eyes are focusing. But I just think, like, man, it'd be super cool to trip out with this kid. So hopefully I can get back to the States at some point and make that happen. But for now, I'm just trying to trip out sober, completely sober from the substances that I prefer. I've actually been drinking a lot of Corona beer lately. I went almost 3 years with no alcohol, but there's nothing else here. So, and Corona beer is the only one with very low gluten that doesn't taste like shit. So I still can't handle gluten. I started eating meat again here, big meat culture, and I don't know. There's just a lot of crazy changes going on. Things that I never would have accepted of myself, I'm now accepting. Makes me wonder if I've just been fighting for a long time, fighting myself, deeper desires, primal instincts. I'm not sure. But, you know, in the realm of new experiences, which is kind of what my traveling was always about, and my rampant relationships, and yeah, having a child is a brand new relationship. That is a brand new experience. That's fucking crazy. And a long one too. And same with being in a deep, intimate relationship. That's also a brand new experience for me, and learning to focus and channel my sexual energy and my affection just at her. So we'll see what happens. I feel like I've done a lot of the work to get to this point, to feel like responsible about it. We'll see what happens. Why no alcohol? Because alcohol is fucking poison, man. It slows you down. But I'll tell you one thing. Now that I'm eating meat again, alcohol feels a lot more like okay. Like, I was fucking hardcore yogi, vegan, stoner for a while there. And when you're doing that, you can't eat meat, you can't drink alcohol because you're too sensitive. And I was really sensitive for a while. And now that I don't have weed, I still practice yoga a lot, but I don't know. There's something about consuming death that right now feels like it's okay. You know, when you think about eating literally flesh of an animal, you know, it's kind of like, wow, I'm eating death. You know, when you're eating vegetables or whatever, you're eating life. So now I'm just eating both, trying to balance it out. And I think it helps in the world of business and trying to make money and getting out there. I'm like, you kind of got to be more of a hunter. So, yeah. But alcohol, I don't know. It's a poison, man. Like, I guess a little here and there is cool, but like I said, it was fucking me up when I was sensitive. And I think also I've been intolerant to gluten for a long time, and I didn't even know. So even like, I would drink a beer and I would freak out after. And I thought it was because of alcohol, but I think it was really because of the gluten, because now I have a Corona and life's good. But yeah, I think a lot of, like you're saying, transformation happens from within. Yeah. And I've been really critical, and I've judged myself. And I think it also goes out to others. Like, I would judge them Like when I was against alcohol, I wasn't cool with others drinking around me because I was like, ah, they're half drunk and they're not being themselves. And now I just realize that we're always ourselves. And sometimes we want to be in a different mood. And so, yeah, I think I'm less of an asshole than I was. And I think that's the goal of life, is be less and less of an asshole, be more and more of an aware being, and you're doing something okay. My autism and lack of boundaries was evident in those videos. Hard to see myself in such a way, but crucial too. I believe I've learned that being too nice is an ultimate evil. That's why. Yeah, man. I mean, we're all in our own fucking journey, right? Well, I know weed. I don't have any weed. Yeah, we're all on our own journey. So, I mean, being too nice is the ultimate evil. Yeah, or being not nice enough can be an ultimate evil. We're all in that same boat as far as learning about ourselves and what works and what doesn't work. I gotta go, but because we're on the Rossi Gang story, here's the final Rossi Gang video. This is like 2 years later. I went up to Vancouver and we made this video. This is focusing on a friend of the Rossi Gang, not so much the Rossi Gang itself, but they are in here making music and they're still all the characters and they're awesome. Miss you guys. I miss you guys, Rossi Gang. Fuck. Miss you guys a lot.
But Von Narth really, to me, is about loving your friends and supporting the people you love and trying to make the best out of a situation.
That's outdated, man. Grease fan, no one's any Grease fan. If you want the real shit, you gotta find out Von
Narth. Yo, come here, Jordan. Von Narth is about experiencing yourself as you are. Von Narth is about looking at yourself and going, oh shit, am I greasy? Oh wait, nah, I ain't. I'm not greasy enough. So you gotta get into that Von Narth mindset and just go, I'ma drink a jug of wine. I'ma drink a 2-6 of gin. I'ma drink some goddamn liquor tonight.
It's about bringing the spirit of the grease and the good times to a place that is subtle and is not ready for it. So there's a vigilante spirit, an ancient ghost of good times that you bring to a place that isn't ready for it.
It's all about the spirit of nakedness. When you're in Von Narth, you're naked. Either like figuratively or you're actually just there naked.
Von Narth is about meeting the woman you've always loved and skinny dipping with her in the Capilano
Von Narth is the woman you've always loved.
And her brother.
It's the woods.
It's anything you've ever.
Von Narth is ordering a fucking BC flag on eBay and putting it on a Lids hat.
Von Narth is eating Panago every day and then building a hotel for the rats out of
Yeah, Von Narth is making a pizza closet, Jordan.
Oh, 15 grand to the government. I said no. I can't pay that shit. I don't got
tried my hardest. I did as well as I could. Daddy said I'm doing well. Daddy said I'm doing good. He said you tried your best, son. But it's not good enough. Set up
When you hear the in jazz music,
When you hear the-
you hear the Louis Armstrong, and you stop.
Well, I got on one, man. Background of that song? Okay, well, that song was about me being a piece of shit.
You ain't so bad.
Drinking way too much. No, wait. That song was... that song was about me being not good enough for myself, man. And that's the true. That's the true. Is that I know I should be better, but I'm not. So, that's all about being who I am and accepting who I fucking am. And drinking the fucking beer that I got in my hand. And that's all it's about. And that's all it will be about.
When the moonlight falls upon the wobber, that's when I dream of my Indiana home.
Wow, I'm Cody Turple, and this is Von Narth. This is Von Narth. Yo. Man, Von Narth wild as fuck. Anyways, Von Narth is wild as fuck. Anyways, Von Narth is about living your life.
More of a culture, really.
Von Narth is a culture.
Than a idea. So for me, what Von Narth represents, because North Van, it's a pretty wealthy part of town and stuff. And it just really represents the happening of the system and just the whole machine just rolling along. And Von Narth is this kind of deep down feeling like, damn, man, can we escape? Can we escape without actually like physically leaving? Or can we find a way to coexist with a full sense of freedom?
You know, we were living in an abandoned vet clinic, and I'm not saying it was bad. I'm saying it was dope. Like, not paying rent in a fucking place that's completely useless to any motherfuckers than a group of teenagers who just want to have a fun time. But Von Narth is definitely about just saying, you know what? Like, fuck it. We're gonna make the best out of it. And we're gonna rock and roll.
Yeah, so that was made with a real camera, not with the GoPro traveling Jordan J. Herbs. And I like that video a lot. I think it shows some characters, some great music, and I like the message a lot too. I think, we know we can be better, but why? Until we feel like being better or a better version of ourselves. Like, dude, life is about being here and enjoying it, like, I just watched a child be brought into this world. It's fucking traumatic, man. It's fucking crazy traumatic. They had to use fucking forceps, these spoons, and meanwhile the mothers, like, dude, it's fucking traumatic, man. And that's to give life. The Buddhists say life is suffering. Existence, as we know it, is suffering. And that's kind of what the point of life is, right? Is to alleviate the suffering and just be here and just find bliss in the moment. Now, something I always question is like, okay, caffeine, alcohol, whatever, like these distractions from the moment because they're fun. one perspective is like, no, it's not okay because you should be able to find bliss and peace in abstinence and nothing. That's very ascetic, like yogi point of view. The more tantric point of view is the other side of things. Like, no, find the joy and the bliss in eating, in fucking, in drinking, in getting fucked up, whatever it is. Just don't lose your awareness while you're doing it. Don't lose your consciousness while you're doing it. And yeah, there's something to take from both sides of it. I think it's fun to do a little bit of both. And I'm not a person of moderation. I think some people find moderation and balance a lot easier than me. And maybe those are the people that need to find more extremes, you know. Anyway, I gotta go take care of the baby a bit. Bliss is a synthesis of everything but acceptance. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that really means, actually. I don't know if I can agree or disagree, but I gotta go. Later tonight, actually in 6 hours, I think it's 2 p.m. Pacific time up in the States, we're gonna have another one of these. A friend of mine is joining, a few friends, and we might open it up too. So Jake, if you wanna join us, I'll send you the link. But you know, we were gonna just publish the link so you could join us in the room here on Jitsi. But then I thought, who knows what fucking weirdos might show up. A part of me likes that idea, like a chat roulette podcast thing. Another part of me is freaked out by that idea. I'm not really sure what we'll do yet. But anyway, we're going to show up in 6 hours or so at 2 o'clock. And yeah, we'll do this again and maybe do it more often. I'm curious what, for those of you that know anything about me, what you care most to hear about. I think we kind of already know. But yeah, definitely want to share. Thanks again, Rossi Gang. Thanks for joining me, Jake. Don't be too hard on yourself, man. We all get self-critical when we see ourselves on fucking video after the fact. It's just about like, yeah, that's who I was. That's what's going on. So I don't think being super nice is an ultimate evil too. I think it's good to learn to stand up for yourself, but you know, it doesn't mean the niceness has to go away. I always found you a sweet and caring dude, and nothing I would change about me, about the relationship I had with you on that road trip. You were cool. So I don't know, maybe that will contribute something to your perspective of your self-judgment. I don't know, but don't be too concerned, brother. Cool. See y'all soon. Later.